The bill calls for the establishment of the National Landslide Hazards Reduction Program within 1 year of becoming law. The program serves numerous functions, including to identify and understand landslide hazards and risks, reduce losses from landslides, protect communities at risk of landslides hazards, and improve communication and emergency preparedness. A community's urban forest is an extension of its pride and community spirit. Trees enhance community economic stability by attracting businesses and tourists as people tend to linger and shop longer along tree-lined streets. Apartments and offices in wooded areas rent more quickly, and businesses leasing office spaces in developments with trees reported higher productivity and fewer absences. The networks of roots that plants use to absorb water and nutrients can encompass a space larger than the part of the plant visible above ground. The nature of these root systems can help plants adapt to challenging environments such as deserts. For instance, mesquite trees can develop tap roots capable of digging more than 50 yards deep to reach water. The course considers the ways in which thinkers have responded to the particular political problems of their day and the ways in which they contribute to a broader conversation about human goods and needs, justice, democracy, and the proper relationship of the individual to the state. Statistics are indicators of change and allow meaningful comparisons to be made. While it may be the issues rather than the statistics as such that grab people's attention, it should be recognized that it is the statistics that inform the issues. "380 years after his death, William Shakespeare remains the central author of the English-speaking world. He is the most quoted poet and the most regularly produced playwright, and now among the most popular screenwriters as well. Why is that, and who is he? At a time when stress levels are soaring, rates of depression are increasing and the gap between rich and poor is ever widening. We believe that giving can play a positive role in helping people to feel connected to those around them and generate a sense of purpose and hope. When we give, we feel valued, useful, and happy. Students must attend the safety course before entering the engineering workshop. Students must attend the safety course before entering the engineering workshop. You have to submit the project by the end of the week. You have to submit the project by the end of the week. The graph shows the population growth in the last century. The graph shows the population growth in the last century. In front of us is the car park as you can see, and to the left, by the entry gate, is the gift shop. In front of us is the car park as you can see, and to the left, by the entry gate, is the gift shop. The origin of psychology can be traced back to ancient Greece.
The qualification is assessed in Criteria Reference Book.
Experts cannot agree on a single definition of intelligence. Experts cannot agree on a single definition of intelligence. There is a lot more about this topic in the university website. There is a lot more about this topic in the university website. His particular interest is in the 18th century French society. His particular interest is in the 18th century French society. The literal output of this research is prolific and diverse. The literal output of this research is prolific and diverse. Such behaviors are regarded as a deviation of the norm. Such behaviors are regarded as a deviation of the norm. There are lots of opportunities available for the student on campus. There are lots of opportunities available for the student on campus. A lot of people who have up until now been spending money and having a good time now need to be more careful with their money. A lot of people who have up until now been spending money and having a good time now need to be more careful with their money. Okay. So this is the big benefit of a universal philosophy. It says it applies to everybody. Well, looks that doesn't, 205 or 206 countries in the world. And you've got something that applies to everybody. That's a bit strange, isn't it? No, says liberal theory. There are same value structures that apply to all of us. You couldn't have the United Nations without it. It couldn't tell you that the Universal Declaration of Human Rights without this idea of values that apply to all of us just because we are humans. Now, the idea is to test that as well. Why is sport universal? Why does everybody play football? It's because the values are specified at this level at the top. There are these rules and we all have to abide by just these rules. But there are lots of things about football that aren't rules specified. So Brazilian football is different from Italian football, from British football, from German football, from Spanish football. It's culturally specific, but acknowledges that there are these universal general rules to apply to everybody. Most Americans take energy for granted. But for many families, maintaining access to reliable and affordable energy is a persistent challenge and a significant material hardship. This is a problem referred to as energy insecurity, and it affects millions of American households each year. We have found that energy insecurity is a growing and vexing problem among low-income households, and the COVID-19 pandemic has made this problem worse. Our analysis finds that there are disparities in rates of energy insecurity across various socio-demographic groups. Black and Hispanic households, for example, are significantly more likely to experience energy insecurity and face utility disconnection than white households. So too are households with young children, individuals that require electronic medical devices, and those in dwellings with inefficient or poor conditions. Households that cannot pay for energy are unable to power electronic learning or medical devices, keep perishable, healthy food in the refrigerator, or maintain safe body temperatures. Under conditions of extreme heat or cold, people can suffer from mental and physical health consequences, including the possibility of death. What is the three-dimensional shape of circle? What is the verb that means employing someone or renting something? What is the other form of water other than gas and solid? What do we call an amount of money that is taken off the usual cost of something?